Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and in this video we're going to check out Audials Radio. Audials Radio is actually a pretty simple radio app. Its catalog contains over 90,000 radio stations from dozens of countries around the world. Included is talk radio, music radio of a ton of genres, and all of your old favorites from the AM and FM days. When you listen to radio stations, it'll set up a pre-buffer and then it essentially just streams whatever is playing on the radio directly to your device. You can use this on just your device speakers or connect it to other speakers using the headphone jack or Bluetooth to get a really authentic radio experience. Audials Radio is very easy to use. You simply open the application to get started if you want to, although you do have the option to create an account as well. The application works perfectly fine with or without an account, but it should be noted that creating an account allows you to use the sync feature between the mobile and desktop versions of Audials Radio. Once you're in the application, all you have to do is browse all the various radio stations and then pick the one you want to listen to. You can also search for stations using keywords or station call letters. If you want, you can even add stations if the application doesn't have your favorite one. After that, you'll wait a few moments for the pre-buffer and then it'll start streaming the audio. It really is that simple, and it only takes a few moments to get in and listen to the radio. The peripheral features are where things get really interesting. There's a feature called Zap that takes what you're listening to and then suggests radio stations that play similar types of audio. You just hit the Zap button and you'll be automatically connected to another radio station that plays more or less the same kind of stuff you were just listening to, and that makes discovering new radio stations really very simple. It also comes with an alarm clock and a sleep timer. Both are very simple to set up. Just set up a time and the alarm will go off with whatever radio station that you want. Do note that you'll have to actually be on the station and listening to it before you can set it as an alarm. The sleep timer is even more simple. Just set a time limit and the app will keep running until that time limit runs out. Also included in this application is a light and dark theme switcher and equalizer, so you can change the sound based on the station very quickly, and the application is one of the few in this space that come with both AirPlay and Chromecast support. The last feature I want to mention is the record feature. Using this, you can actually record songs you hear on the radio for playback later. This reminds me of when I was a kid and I used to use the cassette tape recorder on my stereo to make mixtapes from the songs that I liked on the radio. It's stored on your device and you can rename it and move it as you please. These files are also recognized by other music players. Audials Radio can also read your music in case you want to listen to your own stuff for a little while. Okay, here's what we liked about Audials Radio. The interface seems a bit cluttered at first, but once you make your way around, it's actually very easy to use. You can move around quickly and find stuff pretty easily. Every radio station has a wealth of stuff that you can do. You can record any radio station, view similar radio stations, use the Zap feature, and there's even a news tab that shows the station's Twitter and Facebook feed if it has one. It has a fairly good list of peripheral features. The alarm clock and sleep timers both work well and they're easy to use. We appreciated the equalizer even if it's only a 5-band. As usual, Chromecast and AirPlay support are always good features to have. Audials Radio actually works pretty well. Of course, I was testing it using a rock-solid, super-fast internet connection, so that's to be expected. There weren't any hissing sounds or dropouts, although if you do experience those, the application has settings that let you change how it works in order to avoid that from happening. I actually really like that you can access your own stored music and videos. The players aren't as powerful as a dedicated music app or a video app, but it is nice if you have a song you want to listen to really quick. The Zap feature is actually kind of fun to use. Your radio station hits a commercial, you can quickly zap over to another one that plays the same kind of stuff that isn't playing a commercial. Some smaller stuff is fun as well. Being able to add your own radio stations is useful if they don't have your favorite one. Recording songs on the radio worked well, although it is hard to get the start and finish just right sometimes. We also like the themes and the opportunity to stream in different bit rates on stations that have that option. And here's what we didn't like so much. A couple of the things about the application can be finicky sometimes. Logging in with Facebook took a couple of tries and adding a radio station took me a couple of tries as well. It only costs a few extra seconds and it does inevitably work, but be prepared to try again a couple of times. The equalizer is there and it does work, but it is only a 5-band, which somewhat limits the changes that you can make. The design is really nice and we like the tile setup on the front page, but we would have liked to have seen a little bit more info on that front page. It looks great in landscape mode, but in portrait mode it looks a little empty and there's a lot of stuff the developers could have put there. Overall, Audials Radio is a very solid and capable radio app. It organizes its content extremely well considering how many radio stations it supports, and it makes it simple to add more. The peripheral features like Chromecast and AirPlay support, the alarm clock, the sleep timer, the equalizer, and the Zap feature make the application feel full-featured and rounded out without making it feel bloated or heavy. The issues are few and far between and include mostly minor nitpicks with regards to the design and small issues with the features. Audials Radio is a truly solid radio experience and one of the better ways to enjoy AM and FM radio in the the digital age. If you want to give it a shot, it's totally free with no in-app purchases, and you can get to it by clicking the link in the video description below. And that about does it for this video, folks. Once again, I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority app guy, and while you're here, you should definitely subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel because we are your source for all things Android. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.